Welcome back to consecutive day 934 of the Diary of a Runpreneur. Please give this a subscribe, share, like and comment, as the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise on my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon. All the information about the challenge, how you can support it, is in the link in the comments below. Thank you as always, and let's get started. So, consecutive day 934 of a Diary of a Runpreneur, and first thing I want to say today is I go back to a few months back where we had a little bit of sunshine in the UK, and it's not often we get huge amounts of it, but we had a little bit more of it than normal. And I remember getting a comment from somebody who was clearly from a different country saying, "Where do you live? Your weather is unbelievable," because you could just see the blue sky behind me for a consecutive number of days. But yeah, this is the UK, guys. It's belting it down in my face, windy, cold, about 3 degrees. Yeah, not pleasant. We get this pretty often as well. So there you go. This is UK weather for you. But yeah, today I want to talk about an important day. So basically every year, my late nan, bless her, who passed away, I'm trying to think now, maybe 7 or possibly 8 years ago. She was like a second mum to me growing up. Mum and dad used to work quite hard, and I'd spend the holidays over with my nan, and she would literally be a second mother to me. So I've always had an incredibly close relationship with her, and always will. And we used to do something, because she lost my granddad back in 1988, and I was 6 at the time. So she had to forge this new life for herself, where she was incredibly codependent, or as a relationship between the two of them, and she had to forge this whole new life for herself over the next 30 odd years. And as part of that, obviously, we're spending a lot of the time with her grandchildren, who she absolutely adored, and great grandchildren as the years went by, as she was racking those up as well. And our thing always was, I'd always pick my nan up for Christmas, because she used to reside in Kings Lynn, or even when she moved back to Cambridgeshire in her latter years, I would always take her back to Kings Lynn to see my granddad's tree in the crematorium, and we'd put down a wreath, and just say our prayers. And I'm not hugely religious, but I do talk to my granddad and to my nan. And so every year I've carried on going. I go every year to the tree, sometimes twice a year depending on a birthday, but it was always our thing to do Christmas together, so I try and do it around Christmas. So today I'll be going to Kings Lynn, I'll be taking the wreath, and I always take a Christmas photo of my kids, my 3 kids, and so she has them on, and I attach it to the tree, and they've all been kind of there year on year, so she can obviously hopefully see them growing up. It's just one of those things you do. And one of the things I do, I always talk to her about the past year and what's been good, what's been bad. I talk about other members of the family and the extended family, and I just give her an update. Take about 20 to 30 minutes, I suppose. I'm just chatting away, and do you know what? I feel so comforting to do that. And I know she's listening, and I've always thought of my nan as my guardian angel, and when times are tough, I ask her for some guidance and some steer, and to have a word with whoever she needs to have a word with up there to give me a bit of better fortune. And she's always grounded me. When things would go well, she'd always bring me back down. If things weren't going well, she'd lift me up. And for that, I'm always eternally grateful. And there's not a day that goes past where I don't miss her. And I can feel a bit emotional just talking about her. But yeah, so I'll be having that conversation with her today about the year that's gone past. And this year really has been split into 2 halves. The first half was my eldest still struggling with long COVID. Horrendous. We had a year, September to kind of August really, of him being horrendously ill, missing a whole year of school. And but then the second half of the year has been really good. We've been on nice breaks and holidays, the family's pulled back together, and and we've had lots of fun and stuff together. Business has been going okay, or pretty well, to be honest with you. And yeah, it's a strange one. So when I reflect, I normally say, has it been a good year or a bad year? And this one I would always have to say it's a good, because having my boy recover is the most important thing, bar none, and everything else on top of that was just a bonus. So just to have his recovery, because the previous conversation was very doom and gloom, and when I say it was doom and gloom, I was optimistic of his recovery, but it's still hard to keep a brave face on when you're going through such adversity through your children. So yeah, I'll be going to see her today. I'm not going to go talk too much longer because I'm going to be having this conversation. This is really personal. I don't normally talk. I'm consciously aware that this is my diary, but I'm also consciously aware that it's in a public domain, and I talk about things that are private to me, but I try and keep the line. You know, there are, intricacies of people's lives that are just private, and they need to stay private, and that's getting the balance right. But I always try and share my emotions, what I'm going through, my thoughts and things, because you never know, there could be empathy out there from people who do the same, understand, or don't understand and want to debate. It's just absolutely fine. But yeah, I do this every year, and you know what, it's a reflection process. It's also paying my respects to my second mum, or my nan, and my granddad as well, and yeah, talking about plans for the year ahead and stuff, and just getting some steer and advice. And you know what, I genuinely believe that she is helping me out there, and that's a lovely, comforting thought. So moral to the story is, whether you believe it or not, having somebody up there in heaven, if you believe in it, or another world dimension, whatever you believe in, looking over you, having that support, and whether it's true or not, or whether it's psychological, it just gives you a boost in some capacity. It is so comforting, so amazing. And we're coming into a cost of living crisis. We're already in a cost of living crisis, recession, interest rates booming. I mean, it's a tough forecast for 2023. I'm incredibly optimistic about the future for me, but I'm also consciously aware it's going to be incredibly tough for so many, possibly myself, depending on how the year plans out. But just having that guidance up above is very, very comforting. So if you believe in that, I would strongly recommend it, because it's been hugely, hugely impactful in my life. And if you can do the same for others, it's only a good thing. So that's it for me today. Any questions or comments, drop me a line. I'll respond to everyone. Do remember to give us a subscribe, share, like, comment, as the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise on my fundraiser to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon. All the information about the challenge, how you can support it, in the link in the comments below. Thank you as always. Stay positive, stay happy. I'll see you again tomorrow.